Myra Hindley, along with her partner Ian Brady, infamously became known for their heinous crimes in the 1960s. The Moors murders, a series of killings that shocked the nation, cemented Hindley's name in history as one of Britain's most reviled criminals. This biography will delve into the life of Myra Hindley, exploring her background, the events that led to her involvement in the murders, the impact of her crimes on society, and her legacy. Early life and background. Myra Hindley was born on July 23, 1942, in Manchester, England. Her upbringing appeared ordinary, yet her childhood was not devoid of difficulties. She was the eldest daughter of Nellie and Bob Hindley, who worked as a laborer. Myra's father was often absent due to his service in World War II, leaving her mother to raise her and her sister, Maureen. Growing up in Gorton, a working-class neighborhood, Myra Hindley's childhood was marked by financial struggles and a turbulent family life. She was an intelligent child but experienced bullying at school, leading to a sense of isolation and a lack of self-confidence. Despite her academic potential, Hindley's school years were overshadowed by a troubled home environment and a strained relationship with her parents. As Hindley entered her teenage years, she found solace in literature, particularly crime novels and Nazi propaganda, which would later influence her actions. At the age of 18, she began working as a secretary at a local engineering firm, where she met Ian Brady, a colleague who would become a pivotal figure in her life. Brady, older and charismatic, fascinated Hindley. He introduced her to books on philosophy, politics, and sadistic writings, shaping her beliefs and influencing her perceptions of violence and power. Their relationship evolved into a toxic and obsessive bond, fueling their shared interest in sadism and the desire to commit criminal acts. Between July 1963 and October 1965, Hindley and Brady committed a series of murders that terrorized the nation. Their victims, mostly children and teenagers, were lured, assaulted, and brutally killed. The bodies of their victims were buried on Saddleworth Moor, leading to the moniker the Moors Murders. The details that emerged during the investigation shocked the public. Hindley's active participation in the abductions and murders contradicted the image of her as a passive accomplice, painting a chilling picture of her complicity in these heinous crimes. In October 1965, Hindley's brother-in-law, David Smith, tipped off the police after witnessing Brady murder their final victim, Edward Evans. This led to the arrest of Hindley and Brady, who were subsequently charged with multiple counts of murder. The trial captivated the nation and revealed the gruesome extent of their crimes. Myra Hindley's demeanor during the trial was chilling, as she displayed a lack of remorse and an eerie detachment from the horrors she had participated in. In 1966, both Hindley and Brady were sentenced to life imprisonment. Hindley's time in prison was marked by various controversies. Despite her assertions of remorse and attempts at rehabilitation, her involvement in the murders continued to evoke public outrage and condemnation. Numerous appeals for parole were denied, with many arguing that she should never be released due to the brutality of her crimes. Throughout her incarceration, Hindley maintained her innocence in some aspects, claiming that she was coerced and controlled by Brady. However, her culpability in the killings remained a subject of intense debate among criminologists, psychologists, and the public. Legacy and societal impact. Myra Hindley's crimes had far-reaching repercussions, leaving an indelible mark on British society. The shock and horror elicited by the Moors murders reverberated not only through the communities directly affected but also across the nation. The case prompted significant changes in law enforcement practices, criminal justice, and public perceptions of crime. The media frenzy surrounding the case highlighted the need for improved missing persons investigations and raised awareness about child protection measures. The tragic fate of Hindley's victims spurred discussions on the vulnerability of children and the importance of safeguarding their welfare. Moreover, the Hindley-Brady case brought attention to the dynamics of abusive relationships and the manipulative tactics used by individuals to coerce others into criminal activities. It shed light on the complexities of psychological coercion and the sway that dominant personalities can hold over susceptible individuals. Despite Hindley's attempts at rehabilitation and expressions of remorse in later years, her notoriety remained intact. The public's perception of her as an unrepentant and irredeemable figure endured, shaping the ongoing debate about the nature of evil and whether some crimes are beyond redemption. The ethical quandaries surrounding Hindley's case continue to provoke intense debate. Questions persist about her level of culpability, whether she was a willing participant or a victim manipulated by Ian Brady's dominant influence. Psychologists, criminologists, and legal experts have debated the extent to which Hindley was capable of making independent choices and whether she could have resisted Brady's coercive tactics. Moreover, discussions have emerged regarding Hindley's attempts at redemption during her imprisonment. Some argue that her supposed remorse was a calculated strategy aimed at securing parole, while others believe she genuinely sought redemption and transformation. The contentious issue of whether individuals convicted of such heinous crimes should ever be considered for parole or released back into society remains a contentious ethical dilemma. The balance between punishment, rehabilitation, and public safety continues to be a subject of ongoing discourse within legal and ethical frameworks. Myra Hindley's story remains a cautionary tale, serving as a stark reminder of the darkest facets of human nature and the devastating consequences of unfathomable acts of violence. Her case prompts us to reflect on the complexities of criminal behavior, the influence of toxic relationships, and the need for a nuanced understanding of the psychology behind abhorrent actions. Death and legacy. Myra Hindley died in prison on November 15, 2002, at the age of 60. Her death reignited discussions about her role in the Moors murders and the nature of evil. To this day, her name remains synonymous with depravity and the darkest depths of human cruelty. The legacy of Myra Hindley is one of infamy and notoriety, leaving a haunting imprint on British history. Her case continues to spark debates on the nature of evil, the influence of manipulative personalities, and the depths of human depravity. Myra Hindley's life and her involvement in the Moors murders represent a chilling chapter in criminal history, one that continues to captivate, shock, and unsettle society. Her legacy prompts us to confront uncomfortable truths about human behavior, the potential for evil within individuals, and the profound impact of such atrocities on both victims and society at large. While the details of her life and crimes remain deeply disturbing, the discussion surrounding Myra Hindley's story offers valuable insights into the complexities of criminal psychology, ethics, and the enduring quest to understand the nature of evil in the human psyche. Her name remains etched in infamy, a haunting reminder of the unimaginable horrors that can arise from the darkest recesses of the human mind.